about changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your.
Yeah.
And we live, man. What's good with y'all out there, man? It's your boy, Henny Lombardi, reporting live from the liquor store, man. And we have a special guest in the building, the one, the only, Henny Lombardi.
Hey, man.
Dom DeMarco.
What's happening? What's happening? Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate. Salute, man. Salute.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Like I said, it's a pleasure to have you, man.
It's all good, man. I'm about to shoot this link out, man. Get some bodies over here, bro. I appreciate you having me on, man. You know what I mean? I was watching Boss's draft panel y'all was on, man. And I was like, damn, boy, y'all just out there tearing that shit up, man. So everybody that had a good argument, I tried to, you know what I'm saying? I tried to reach out to him and let them know, man, hey, man, you did your thing, XYZ. Y'all was out there fighting for y'all life for a wide receiver.
Man, listen, I don't know what I would have did if we didn't make the trade for George Pickens, man, because it was looking a little grim.
Let me just ask you this, man. Does the Pickens situation make you feel better about the draft altogether? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, because the way I felt coming out of the draft, I felt like wide receiver, if it wasn't the highest priority to me, it was like the second one, and you left the draft without one at all. Right, so the fact that you were able to get George Pickens, Tyler Booker was the best guard in the draft.
Look at a dog, though, ain't he? Come on down here,
listen,
look at a dog, man.
Listen, me and Landlord even did a show where we protected the man. We had folks try to knock him down to the second round because his RAS score and stuff. So we who were Team Webber even called folks out on that. So we weren't that crazy.
Yeah, man, don't even worry about all that razz. You don't win ball games with a razz. Tyler Guyton ain't won not one rep and all his shit green. All his is green and high yellow, man. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I just wanted to, ask you about that.
That's real though, man. That's real. But I give it, once we get another defensive tackle, man, I'll give it a complete A, because I still have my concerns about our run defense. When you give up 157 yards on average in the playoffs, when you lose, that kind of stuff keeps you up at night. I still be having PTSD from when we lost to the Rams, man.
Rams, Bills, Niners,
Green Bay, really, because Aaron Jones threw a party.
To be fair, you're not wrong. I think Cowboys offense make your run defense a little bit better. This is where the bullshit with McCarthy happens, because you just can't ask wide receivers to run on field and turn around and then ask why they're not open or why they're not separating. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But in my mind, and we should go after one tech, you're not wrong. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, if you put points up quick enough, they got to stop running the football.
Correct.
That's my whole thing about this. Every time the Cowboys got whooped via run game, it ain't happening in just 3 drives. It'll be a good drive here. They'll drive a Littes and we'll stop them there, stop them for 3. And another good drive, and then they go ridiculous for 3 rushing touchdowns, maybe 4. In my mind, while that's happening, we should be putting points on the board. We should be scoring. We shouldn't be stalling. That's a lot to put on Schottenheimer year 1, but Clayton Adams can help with that. And as long as your wide receivers ain't running the field and turning around, I can assume that you're going to be a little better driving the football and scoring. You know what I'm saying? So you're not wrong. Mozzie can't be day one starter. We leaning on you, and it is what it is. We need to get better, but better with that. But the run game situation will be better as a whole if we ain't BSing on offense all the way into the third quarter.
I mean, I agree to you to an extent. And listen, if because I don't really trust the running back room right now as it is. That's one of my biggest concerns because folks can say what they want about Jaden Blue. I like him catching the ball more than I like him running between the tackles. Javonte Williams, just a regular guy to me. Miles Sanders. I ain't got to really speak on Miles Sanders. Schuba Hubbard was over there putting up numbers and production up behind the same offensive line, and he's here. So there really ain't no out for Miles Sanders. So I really don't have a lot of faith in the running backs we have. So it might really be a scenario where we have to throw the ball a little bit more than we want to, unless we make a move to acquire another running back. But I got a question for you.
Please.
So we hear Stephen Jones speaking about this 365 stuff. Like it's always time to acquire talent, so on and so forth.
That's a lie, by the way, but go ahead.
I know it's a lie. So that's pretty much what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So if they add anybody, I'm not expecting a name, but do you think that they spin the block on another UFL guy like they normally do?
Hell yeah, they love that shit. So look, when he say that, right, that ain't him saying we looking 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
He's just saying, hey, ain't no telling when it happened. It could be Sunday, it could be next Thursday, it could be 7 Fridays from now. That's what he's saying. So I don't think they actively looking right now. It's gonna be some post June 1 stuff that's gonna be going on. I think they're gonna have their eyes on that. I think it's gonna be some teams that are going to be cutting players right around the end of their roster building, situation. So they may poach guys that way, practice squad guys, whatever. But as far as like the Cowboys actively getting up and going to go get somebody, I don't think the Cowboys are gonna actively get up and go and get somebody. What they like to do is to find some character we ain't never heard of that play corner, and that player never gonna get on the field and never gonna do nothing. But Stephen Jones will be like, oh yeah, we had to play a game with the boy. We're gonna line up and play Jeffrey Johnson. We're gonna line up and play with Jeffrey Johnson at corner right now, which is a lie. But I do think they're gonna try to do more with the bottom of the roster. As far as anything for us to make some content money on, for us to go live and celebrate and holler, I don't, we probably done hooting and holler. But if it make you feel better, that's what the Cowboys good at. The Cowboys good at finding Shaq Lawson way in August right before the season start and getting some good reps out of him. Eric Kendricks, you know what I'm saying? Some old character that they just signed for $38 and be like, all right, well, it's the veteran in the room. And we don't expect nothing of them, but they end up a little bit better than what we thought they was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, man, we got Pickens. Hey, let's just celebrate the W, man. Let's just celebrate Pickens and just hush our mouth and go back to content, man.
Well, listen, what I want from One Tech probably is just that, because I expect Maji Smith to take the step in year 3 in his development. Like, that's usually where they turn the corner. So I'm hoping that he can play better. And then if you get a veteran One Tech, you ain't got to just throw Jay out there to the wolves. He ain't got to get his ass whooped every Sunday.
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, man, but I don't think they have a clue what they're doing with Mozzie. They just going to cross their finger and roll his ass out there. I'm being honest with you. I don't want to just come on your show the first day and just lie like that.
Well, you did. Hey, I'm glad you're keeping it real, but man, that's a gut punch when you talk about trying to shore up the middle of your defense up front. Like, you really are relying on Mozzie a lot this year.
I think they're excited about edges. I think they more excited about linebacker than we are. Mm-hmm. And you can just, you can just kind of hear them talk about some of the guys we got. And look, I'm willing to be surprised about linebacker. I'm cool with that, because whatever Eberflus want to do, Sanborn's going to be Kendricks this year. He's going to be, the linebacker that tell everybody what to do, because this is y'all's first year, but this is my 5th or 6th party with him. And I think they're going to try to scheme their way into better run defense, and they're going to try to earn some pass rush reps, and then they're going to rush and try to catch picks or whatever. That's what the Cowboys good at. Eberflus gonna always, try to find a way to get turnovers or whatever. So we ain't got to feel bad about that. But I'm dead ass ready for Stephen Jones to roll Mozzie Smith out there and be like, "Hey man, hey Mozzie stepping up, man. Look how big Mozzie and he grab by the arm and pull on his muscle. Hey, Mozzie, go ahead and show him all them gains you getting in the weight room. Go ahead, Mozzie. Go ahead and do an interview and tell him how excited you are about this offseason, so we can really sell you, Mozzie Smith." That's about to happen. And then they gonna tell you we had to pay Osa. You know what I'm saying? We paid Osa, right? What y'all didn't want me to say? Steve Jones gonna say, what y'all boy want me to say, man? I just paid Osa. I'm trying to pay Michael. What you want me to say? That's how
I need him to realize, man, that we know that they still got $31 million.
He realized. He knows.
And so why he act like we don't know that they ain't broke?
That's how they operate, player.
Man, I hate that so much. And I had another question. You brought up old boy from Chicago.
Sam.
Yeah. What about Kenneth Murray? You don't think he'll probably play some middle linebacker for you?
Man, I don't give a damn about no Kenneth Murray, man. He ain't finna do nothing out here, man. It's finna be him and Louisville gonna be fighting. Sam Burns gonna do his thing. We gonna cross our fingers and wait for Overshown to come back. That's what this thing kind of is. You know what I mean?
So you don't think Kenneth Murray got nothing?
Well, I mean, he's sometimes guy, and I'm not good with sometimes guy. If he's blitzing and going down, downhill and thumping, like that's what he's good at. So if you want to get pass rush reps out of him, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But you just drafted a kid in the 5th round that does that. And they the same kind. Yeah. They the same kind. They get lost the same. They guess the same. Confused the same. But if you tell them, hey, contain, blitz, first back out. Like if you keep their job simple, then they can be athletic enough to pull a job off. But if they got a thinking process, that's where they go wrong. So if Kenneth Murray ain't got a thinking process, then cool, we straight.
So know the middle linebacker for Kenneth Murray is basically what you
not
saying.
No Mike, no, they're not.
Okay, then shit. That's all I need to know. Because that really was a question I had. Who is going to be the Mike in this defense?
Sam Burns is going to be your Mike, and if that goes down as some sort of emergency, then Louisville's the backup plan, and he could pick up defenses good, and they just gonna roll with him, and they just gonna cross our fingers and wait for Overshown to come back. That's it.
We're just gonna pray about it then. So, man, I'm gonna play a game with you that I normally play with some of my people that come on here, man.
Sure.
We gonna pretend that you the GM right now.
Okay, my last name Jones. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, and it's gonna be trade, extend, wait.
Okay.
We got a bunch of guys coming up, going into the final year they deal, and I'm gonna ask you, what would you do with these people? And we're just gonna go from there. So I'm gonna give you a hard one right now.
Okay.
Because I know folks love the run Bland.
Sure.
But the run Bland is in the final year of his contract.
For sure.
The run Bland just seen the market for cornerbacks explode. We seen J.C. Horn get paid $30 million, and he ain't played but like 30 games.
Yep.
So when it comes down to the run Bland, are you waiting for the season to end? Just gonna see how it play out. You gonna trade them away and get something because you don't think you can get a deal done, or you just finna break down and extend them? What would you do, GM Lombardi?
Man, this is a tough world, man. A tough world, you know what I'm saying? People in the chat may not like where I'm about to go with this, but assuming that you name the guys that's about to get paid coming up in the rest of this game, that me and you operating here. If I had to pick out of those guys and DaRon Bland, I'm letting DaRon Bland walk. I'm not gonna trade him because we need him to win.
Right. So for this year, you can't really move him because you don't want to be sorry.
You need him, and if he go crazy like you think, you can always apologize and sign him. But if he go crazy and somebody else sign him, get the comp pick, draft another corner. I think Bland is really good. I think Bland broke the record. Mm-hmm. When he had to go against DK Metcalf, we kind of learned something about him.
Yeah, just keep him away from the ones.
And we looked at Gilmore, like, hey man, Gilmore, can you save us or what? You know what I mean? And Gilmore came and saved us. The one thing that I'm kind of over with is I don't want to overrate the guys that's on our team because we love them. Mm-hmm. If you're a Cowboy fan with any kind of recent history, you ain't got to go way back to the 90s. We can just keep it recent. The Cowboys will give a lot of money to people that we like, but they may not be worthy of that contract. That's just how the game go. And I love Bland. I think Bland's a really good corner. I think he's at his best as a nickel corner. And if Bland will give us a discount, I would love that, but I don't think that's what Bland gonna want. So if Bland is gonna chase, I just broke the pick 6 record money, I'll be fine with my 3rd round comp pick in 2 years and sign the rest of these guys you're about to roll out.
Yeah, and just so people will understand what kind of money we talking about, when it comes to the new cornerback money. Derek Stingley just got $30 million a year. Right, that's $30 million. J.C. Horn got 25. So yeah, so
honestly, two hand out. It ain't even about the money for me because I feel like going rate is going rate. So no matter who it is that we talking about, I'm never the guy that's gonna go, oh well, that's too much. Whatever the going rate is, that's the going rate. As long as that player is that player or whatever. It's some people in the chat saying that they disagree with me and that we got to extend Bland. Let's just keep playing the game. I got a feeling where you're going. Let's just keep playing the game. I got 3 people that we gotta have over Bland right now in my mind. So let's just keep on going.
All right, so let's go with one that we know that we need.
Bonafide All Pro.
Yeah.
Bonafide All Pro and your Jalen Carter eraser. Sorry, people in the chat. I'm keeping Tyler Smith. His ass so good. He just played left tackle in an emergency. He had practice guard all camp, learned the plays all camp at guard, and just said, you know what? We just gonna try tackle out and see what the business is. And did well for a rookie. And went right back to guard and got all pro. Mm-hmm. Hey man, I'm extending Tyler Smith and I ain't got nothing else to say to these. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, because listen, like we can't sit around here and play about it.
No.
Like we already have issues along the offensive line, and Tyler Smith is not one of them.
Bland is really good. Tyler Smith is great and one of the best guards in the league. It is what it is.
It is what it is. And listen, at this point in Dak Prescott's career, he needs all the protection he can get. So yeah. I'm signing Tyler Smith as well expeditiously, and you know, because we don't really have any health, I think I have to go with you too. Because at first I was like trade Bland right now, and then we'll figure it out. But we got too many injuries at the cornerback position to worry about that.
Yeah, you need them.
All right, so let's go with another fan favorite, and it's gonna piss somebody off. Jake Ferguson, because he got a contract coming up right now. Tight end money is tight end money.
Yeah.
But would you wait, or are you gonna trade him, or are you gonna stand old Jake Ferguson?
Man, I'm gonna find me another tight end and hope somebody give top 5 money to Jake, and I'm just gonna move on with my life. I normally feel like because sometimes some cases are a little different, but I feel like tight end is largely based on how good the quarterback is. So I don't think Jake Ferguson was pulling a whole bunch of weight on his own. Yes, he got to catch the passes, but if you a good catcher, then you cool. You know what I'm saying? I think you need him right now because you're trying to win, and I don't think what you'll get back in a Jake Ferguson trade is like worth the trade. So I'm playing with Jake Ferguson for the rest of the year. I'm gonna go find another tight end. That gonna make that tight end look decent or whatever, and we just gonna move on to the to the next one. And if Jake can get top 5 money, then we'll get some sort of pick back. Like if you try to trade Jake, the most you're gonna get back is like a 5 or something. Yeah, and I don't think that's worth. Maybe not even that. And I don't think that's worth what Jake gives you on the field. Jake can play. I just don't think tight end is as valuable as one of these next names that that you about to roll out. So,
all right.
Sorry, Jake.
So, I'm gonna do one because this one was actually impromptu because I had made this before we even got him. George Pickens.
Sign that motherfucker. Hand out. I'm signing him right now.
Yeah, I know that the word is that he want to wait. He want to run his bag up and then come back to the negotiation table. I would give him a Godfather offer. I would give him a contract.
I lost your hand, dog. I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you, but check. I can't hear you. Chat, y'all got me? Chat, y'all got him? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I told you I got some storms in my area too, so y'all bear with me. But shout out to Land real quick. He said with the $5 super. He said, "What's happening, HTM and Voch? I understand Bland is our best healthy corner, but he can literally demand what he wants. Or y'all down to pay him big? Hell no. We finna ship him to Afghanistan to the Israeli league or something. But at this point, we need him. Might let him walk, but I'm not paying him. I'm not finna pay him. But yeah, I'm paying George Pickens.
Yeah.
But what I was saying before the my sound went off. If you extend George Pickens right now, you will be able to keep him and CeeDee Lamb together for the next 4 or 5 years. Oh. That means that you do not have to spend, high capital in another wide receiver. You can spend a second or third, bring them along to be your third wide receiver, to maybe replace Tober down the line. Mm-hmm. But you completely open up your offense and what you're able to do having these two on the outside.
That's it. So, link him, Lamb, Dak, and Shotty all together. Y'all come in together and all y'all lead together. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't work, then we probably gonna be rebuilding anyway. I'm not worried about because he ain't really got off the field issues. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He got, he don't like how media be talking, and he just wants y'all to throw the football to him. He's not as grown as you want him to be, but we don't hear about him getting arrested. We don't hear about him driving his car too fast. He ain't hitting women or nothing like that. So as long as you ain't doing nothing egregious that's gonna get you arrested, who the hell y'all think y'all's 90s Cowboys were?
I swear I was finna go there.
We just got social media. This is who your 90s Cowboys are. You know what I'm saying? So if he talking about, hey, y'all trash because y'all not throwing me the ball, I agree.
On the
ball. So especially if you Russell Wilson and you garbage and you have a large amount of success just closing your eyes and throwing it to him and him coming down with it. He didn't lie. He didn't go about it the way you wanted him to go about it. But he didn't lie. He just did it differently than what Lamb would do. Lamb went to Mike McCarthy's office and did the same thing. He just did it quietly. Pickens did it loudly. The Cowboys have a rare opportunity here to where we have two gangster wide receivers in their prime. 24, 25 years old, in their prime. It ain't like Miles Austin grown and Dez is young. Dez in his prime, Terrence Williams wasn't all that, but he's around. Cooper is the big dog. CeeDee Lamb was a youngster, right? Mm-hmm. You got two star wide receivers in their prime. If this is your run, connect them to Dak. Ain't no need of saving money after Dak, because once, you know what I'm saying, like the next 4 years, we don't know what the hell gonna happen. Link them all together. Link them all together and just have this superstar wide receiver ethos that you ain't got to worry about no more. See, this is my big thing. People want picks and draft picks and all that. I don't care about draft picks. I want players that I ain't got to worry about no more. So when I'm constantly vouching for offensive line, I want you to draft good offensive linemen so you ain't got to draft offensive line no more. You ain't got to worry about left guard for a long time. Right guard straight. Center straight. I'm only having a conversation about left tackle because we ain't straight at left tackle. You know what I'm saying? So if we straight at both your outside receivers, not wide receiver one, wide receiver two, if you just straight at both your wide receivers, you ain't got to worry about wide receiver no more. That's why I'm at with it.
All right, I'm back in. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. We got you.
All right, we Gucci. But yeah, I completely agree with you, man, because we already have too much roster turnover as it is, man. We need some continuity, and listen, if Tyler Guyton don't work out, you're already going to be trying to replace that left tackle position for you.
You already know me, man. You look, Bama got a kid coming out next year, played right next to Tyler Book, and they was whooping everybody's son, boy. Bring him in here. But I'm hoping Tyler Guyton plays well, so we ain't got to worry about that. But
now listen, I got my wide receiver. All the Dallas Cowboys got to do is sign the extension. Now they extend George Pickens. I will help y'all find a left tackle.
That's it. Well, we got one coming out next year, big pal. Go ahead.
Proctor, right, from Alabama.
Proctor, yeah.
I heard a lot of good things about him. I haven't watched his tape yet, but I hear great things about him.
You can't miss him. You watch Booker, you can't miss him.
I mean, he is huge for one.
Can't miss him.
What boy is like 6'7"?
6 tall and 300 and big as hell pound. That's all you need.
All right, so I got a couple more folks on here.
Sure.
And listen, we know the answer before we even look at them, but just for the sake of the game, let's go ahead and knock the guys out. Your boy, man, Jalen Tober.
hey, what's going on up here, man? What is this? What is this? Some kind of sick joke? What is this, a game?
It is a game.
It is a game.
Hey, But hey, I will say this, man.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what.
What's up?
If Jalen Tolbert if he want to come back for like $38, I have him.
Like $38 American or Canadian?
Yen, pounds. You know what I mean? Like if he come back on a I don't think Jalen Tolbert is trash. I just don't think he could be featured as wide receiver 2. That's just how I feel. I think Jalen Tolbert is good enough to be a serviceable type wide receiver 3 for you. And if you want to come back on a 2-year, like a 3-year, $8 million deal or something, man, cool. I can deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want like to add a third dude at wide receiver, like draft somebody in the first round and come and do it like that. So you could try to remake Cooper, Gallup, and Lamb or whatever. But Dak like Tolbert. Your head coach likes Tolbert. So if Tolbert want to come back cheap, then cool. But I'd rather take that money and give it to Brandon Aubrey or something. Forever.
Yeah, real talk. He's not even on this list, but I'm gonna just say we're gonna extend Brandon Aubrey. We need to extend him right now.
Aubrey probably gonna try to be the highest paid kicker in the league, and like, what we gonna say?
Take the money.
What we gonna say, man? Go ahead. Come on.
Hey, go ahead, man. Like, hey, you earned it. That man was the offense a lot of times last year.
He led the Cowboys in scoring. You got to sign that man back.
You got to sign him back. But in Tolbert's case, he's definitely gonna have to walk. And
yeah,
I don't believe in paying your wide receiver 3 unless he's like a monster. Like wide receiver 3 production, I can draft that. He's a 3rd round pick. I'll burn another 3rd to get another wide receiver in here to do what he's done.
For sure.
All right, so let's see. Boom. Last one. Sam the Slam Williams. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see if somebody will give us a 7th round pick for him, or are you going to extend him?
See, man, I ain't really in the business of trading guys. I feel like if they have value worth trading, like, you should just keep them. Now Sam, man, and look, man, Sam might just not make the team in general. Like, we don't even know. And the thing about him is he doesn't have anybody in the building vouching for him.
Yeah, all the sponsors are gone.
So, and look, not only is Quinn gone, but he never had the Zimmer thing going on. You know what I mean? Like, Zimmer's come and gone now. So he's 2 coaches removed away from somebody vouching for him. Now Sam is a veteran, but if Sam has to have a ridiculous camp. Sometimes, like you not only have to be better than somebody, but you got to be better than somebody enough to push vouching for them out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Sam and Donovan close, Donovan's gonna get the nod because Donovan got sponsors. He's born here. He's Shotty's child. Sam is a bastard stepson, twice removed. So he don't have ties here. So he almost got to be better than Dante. And I just don't see him being better than Dante in a while. So how this edge room is, laid out or whatever, is you're gonna have like your rundown edges and like your NASCAR pass rush edges, Then there's Micah. Micah playing everything, and he ain't gonna be coming off the field unless he's tired. Marshawn Nealon's gonna be a rundown guy. Peyton Turner's gonna be a rundown guy. I think that keeps both of them safe because Dante is not a bona fide run game guy. Sam's not a bona fide run game guy, and Donovan's not neither. So you need those bona fide run game guys because your pass rush guys aren't all the way balanced in that way. So it's almost like Marshawn and Peyton Turner straight. They just got to show up and be rundown guys. So as far as pass rush dudes, it's Micah, Dante, and Donovan and Sam. So are you bringing 6 edges on top of the 4 tackles you got? And how many guys gonna make the 53-man roster? And then how many guys make the game day roster? Does Sam make your roster, but he doesn't make the game day, you know what I'm saying? 46. So
that's the case.
Honestly, and look, this is the real shit right here. Let me get my work card right. This is the real Sam ain't playing teams at all. Like, if Bones was here, he'd be doing some goofy little
trying to pump a lot.
punt gun or some shit. But Sam ain't. I don't know if Sam, it would benefit Sam. It would, you know what I'm saying, being his best interest to go out there. What's up, man? Angela love me, man. It'll be in Sam's best interest to go out there and play kickoff or something like that. But I don't know if he's gonna do that. So Sam got a tough road ahead of him.
And listen, my boy Asiatic, like, why we trying to get rid of him? We ain't trying to get rid of him.
I get rid of nobody. If anything, it's the real shit though. This how it should be. Your room should just be so thick. We just going, all right, Sam Williams can't make it. It just is what it is. Sam just can't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how this thing should go. Why y'all trying to get rid of Walesko? You trying to get rid of Walesko?
Walesko got rid of himself.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you should be to a point to where you trying to get rid of so much dead fat, even if it's a good player, you trying to get rid of them. I made an example. Some like these camp body wide receivers everybody fall in love with, these Andy Joneses, TJ Vashers or whatever. Fans will fall in love with those players, but at the end of the day, those dudes wouldn't even make the team. You know what I'm saying? TJ Vasher was loved, but he didn't make the team because the roster was so thick. We actually looking at Flournoy and Jalen Brooks like they may be possibly going to be making noise out here. That make me sick. We should be to a point to where, man, this wide receiver room so crazy, man. Flournoy didn't stand a chance. Jalen Brooks didn't even stand a chance. Tober's the fifth guy. That's what the room should be. So now we trying to get rid of Sam. It's just that's one of our better rooms. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, especially when you talk about the timeline, he was bringing up he's better than Marshawn Nealon. Nealon's going to be here.
It don't matter if he's better than Marshawn Nealon.
Nealon has 3 years left on his contract.
Nealon has a role. Nealon is rundown guy. That's his role. He's not going nowhere because he's rundown guy. Sam can't be rundown guy. Brevin Span Ford ain't going nowhere. He ain't one of the best players on this team, but he got a role. He's a blocker. He ain't better than Jake, but his job is just as solidified as Jake because he got a role. So if you a player and you ain't got a role, that's my point. Or the role that you in, you got 3 or 4 people that do that role better than you. That's what I'm saying. Rivaldo Fairweather, the undrafted kid from Auburn, tight end. I've been saying this kind of jokingly, but I ain't bullshitting. He got an easier path on this team than Sam Williams does. Because Fairweather's not a blocking tight end. Like, he's a catching, red zone, tall tight end type guy. So he's not like Ferguson. He ain't like Brevin. He ain't like Luke. He's by himself. It's him and John Stevens. Mm-hmm. All Rivaldo Fairweather got to do is beat John Stevens coming off of ACL. Sam got to become a top 3 pass rusher on this team. Good luck to him. It's just a little tougher for Sam. That's all.
I mean, life ain't fair though. It is what it is.
Trayshawn Holden don't make no damn 53.
So, hey, that is a good question I wanted to ask you. Do you think are we carrying 6 wide receivers, or we just gonna carry 5? What do you believe?
One of the wide receivers can tackle and punt cover. Noah Brown had to run down and tackle, and he had to do a whole bunch of shit. Hey, I don't know.
I mean, that might be the path for somebody like a Trayshawn Holden or Ryan Flournoy to still make the team.
So you got your big 2. Mm-hmm. Mingo ain't going nowhere because he's young and he got a couple more years on him. Mm-hmm. Tober's the favorite.
And then Turp, because you paid
Turpin
him.
is your team's guy. So Trayshawn Holden got to come off the couch and be better than Flournoy and Jalen Brooks. He can do it. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Hey, life is hard, but it's fair. What I've always been told, man. So if you can win the job, it's there for you to win. I just believe, if they are to carry 6 wide receivers, everybody else is fighting for the gulag. Have you really went and looked at the list of wide receivers we have? We about 13 deep.
Practice squad likely.
Yeah, somebody gonna end up on the practice squad.
The squad likely.
And somebody on the practice squad need to get out the practice squad. In my opinion, if you've been on the practice squad 2-3 years and you're not making no progress, you need to go play in the UFL or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Like real talk. Like I like Jalen Marino Cropper coming out, but he ain't did nothing up to this point. So at this point in time, you might be better off actually going to play somewhere.
Yeah.
So I ain't tripping on that too much. But we've been talking about wide receivers. Schematically, which one of these wide receivers do you think is going to have a better impact based on playing with Shotty?
Real fast. Hold up. Charles say Sam Williams got 8.5 sacks with no playing time. Good. Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Charles. Good. I hope he take them 8 sacks and get all of them in camp and preseason because he gonna need all of them. He gonna need all them shits. Every single last one of them. Because Mike ain't going nowhere. Dante Fowler is a double-digit sack guy now. They're gonna use him as such. They didn't use Dante Fowler like that when he was here last time. But he's a double-digit sack guy in Washington, so they got to use him like that now. Donovan Ezraku is a rookie with sponsorship, with a brand new spot. He just ripped that motherfucker. He just ripped over that. He just ripped open the Amazon pack and pulled out a brand new sponsorship. Sam got a lot. I get your 8 sacks, bro. I feel you. I ain't poo-pooing on Sam. I'm being honest with you about the road that he has to climb. I'm a Cowboy fan. I hope Sam go out in preseason game 1 and get 12 sacks. I hope that. Because that means Sam done took. I hope Sam's so good that it make Donovan sit down. I hope Sam good enough to push Donovan down and Sam going to get 16 sacks next year. I hope so. But besides the whatever, Sam has, what has he done? I'm rooting for him. My bad, hand. I ain't mean to get loud on your show like this, man.
No, listen, get loud. You can cut. Well, this is a liquor store, man. This ain't the church.
Yeah.
This ain't none of that. We Gucci.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey,
what you say about the wide receivers and shot? What you say, man?
I'll get to that because I'll say that just 2 seconds. He said keep them receivers and cut CJ Goodwin old ass.
Cut them all.
I mean, shit. At this point, if he's
the receivers and him,
if he is a career special teamer, I think I could find somebody that I can develop to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying.
For sure, you can find the fastest guy on your team and teach him how to turn. But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't think you should just have a guaranteed roster spot and you just play special teams for 50 years. But who am I? But I was just comparing, the production that boy had before Shotty got there. Tyler Lockett went from a 600, 500, 555 guy to a 965, 1,057, 1,054. Right? 3 years comparison. 3 years without Schottenheimer. 3 years with Schottenheimer. He played with Russell Wilson and boys the entire time, so there wasn't change in quarterback. What did change was the scheme. They did use him more vertically. That's why you see the yards per reception skyrocket in 2018. So based on that, which one of these guys do you think stands to gain the most for playing in a Schottenheimer system where you target guys vertically? Would it be R. Jalen Tolbert, who's probably on his way out the door, Pickens, who was already an established deep threat, or Jonathan Mingo, who has talent that has not been unlocked yet? I
mean, Pickens definitely. That's his game. That's his game, and that's what he does, and that's what he's good at. It's funny though because Tolbert coming out of college was that guy. Like Tolbert was the deep threat, jump over people guy, and physical catch jump ball guy. And look, I wish Jalen Tolbert all the best. Pickens a little different. Pickens is just a little different in that way. As far as Mingo goes, Mingo's gonna be like the down under tackle me guy. Like you got kind of tackle me dude. So he's still got to figure his role out because he ain't done much neither. But Pickens for sure. Like I like just watch Pickens highlight tapes and don't focus on the catch. Mm-hmm. Focus on how stupid the actual pass was. Focus on how goofy the pass was and what he had to do to readjust to get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to show the touchdown versus Washington or like some of these other games. Think about him having to look over different shoulders, to readjust in the middle of the air, go from here to here, changes tempo and speeds to catch up to something that's way overthrown or to scoop something up that's way too low. That's what Pickens is. So I think just by raising his attempts can benefit him and make him better than what it is. But what the real answer is, though, I don't want to keep playing my war college on your show. Man, I just wish they not run upfield and turn around. Like, I just wish they not. I ain't no professor, dog. I promise I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand a little bit of football, but I ain't no genius or nothing like that. But anybody can watch the Cowboys last year and pick a wide receiver on any down. Pick a down. And they'll go, hey, I bet they about to run a hitch. And they'll run a hitch. I promise you they'll run a hitch. Hey, I bet they about to run a slant right there. Is a slant? Oh, I bet they about to run to the, you know what I'm saying, whatever. It is exactly that. Slant flat every time. Every time. Slant. All that.
Dragon, lion, you know, that's about the
slant flats, hitch
game.
flats, try somebody deep. That's the offense. That's BS. That's the same stuff Pittsburgh was doing. All you got to do is be some kind of creative. Schottenheimer came out and said, hey, yo, look, man, I like to steal. I like to steal plays. I hope you will play stealing food this year. I hope you don't steal nothing from Mike McCarthy. I hope you steal from all the good motherfuckers. I don't want you to steal no bullshit. Steal the plays. As long as you are competent as a play caller, you ain't even got to be, you know what I'm saying, the Shanahan churn. You ain't got to be the Shanahan churn. Because that good enough to where if you run the field and turn around, you can still win some games like that, which shows you how crazy Foy is. If you just watch a little bit of film, I know you do. Oh, well, Dak all these tight window throws because they run the field and they turn. That's why the window always tight. Add a little bit of verticality to the party. Dak and your run game gets better.
I agree. You know, I definitely believe that this need to be more of a downfield passing attack because, you know, it's one of the things that Dak Prescott himself excels at, especially off of play action if you just break down the numbers. So if we are going to allow Dak Prescott to push the ball down the field, then, you know, I do expect George Pickens to work out just fine because that's his game that he excels at. And, you know, CeeDee Lamb would be the guy in the middle of the field playing out the slot primarily, you know, attacking in that area. So I think it's a match made in heaven. You know, I just got to make sure that the protection holds up for Dak Prescott.
He's gonna hold up because
you know,
he's gonna hold up because that boy up in there. Yeah, he's gonna hold up.
Hey, he's gonna hold up on his end. Like I said, we're just gonna pray about Tyler Guyton. When it comes down to the true passing sets, and he gotta step up and get into his drop and put his hands on somebody. We gonna see if he can do that consistently.
You know, think about Dak though is I always say this, so you know, pardon me if the audience didn't heard me say this 20-60 times. I done seen Dak be competent with Cam Irvin and Cam Fleming and all kind of, you know what I'm saying, Truman, all kind of little nonsense at tackle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Dak be able to handle that. Dak don't handle guard stuff well, B gap and A gap pressure well. As long as we cool with that, we good. As Voch, what do you know about Flagenstein and Slime Time? Is that a cartoon or something? What is it, like a Nick at Night show? What that is?
Well,
Flagenstein
is Tyler Guyton. You know, because you know it's like he a big created character that's just known for getting flags. You know, they created him in the lab to just
all right
catch flags. All right, slime
yeah. That's what that is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they gonna wipe
nose, man. That's a flag, by the way. You can't even wipe your nose no more because they, you know, them people done caught on to what, you know what I'm saying? Them people done caught on, so you can't.
CeeDee Lamb said, Lord forbid I get sick.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, and look, I don't even think Terrence all that bad. I think Terrence always got the harder assignment, and I don't think Mike McCarthy dealt with that well. And my problem with Guyton is if you have the easier assignment, I need you to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? So if you got TJ Watt on this side dealing with Terrence, because look, Watt don't move. Watt's always over the right tackle. I need Guyton to handle Herbig better than what he did. Or if he didn't. Or if Terrence gonna deal with Nick Bosa, Tyler Guyton, you look, Leonard Floyd, man, please. Would you? You know what I'm saying? Same with, you know, Graham and Sweat, or, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, just if Terrence always get the harder assignment, please, Terrence, you know, just don't leave him over there by himself when there's a gangster out there. You know what I mean? Chase Young on one side. Carl Grandison got 3 sacks on us last year. That can't happen. From the Saints, Carl Grandison got 3 sacks on us last year. I was sick as hell. I couldn't help but notice. But go ahead.
Yeah, man, that's diabolical. And listen, to be fair to Tyler Guyton, the names that we go up against this year aren't as crazy as last year. Because last year you had the Miles Garrett's of the world on the schedule, T.J. Watt, Aiden Hutchinson, Thibodeau and them twice. You still got to play Abdul Carter. You still play them boys in Denver. But, like, overall, like, the path for Tyler Guyton to have a better season is a little bit clearer. You don't play all the Super Saiyans like you played last year. So you hope through development, him getting a little bit stronger, and the scheme not asking him to pass block as much. A lot of folks don't realize we had the third most pass attempts in the National Football League last year. We threw the ball damn near 700 times, and we didn't even have Dak Prescott for half of a season. So, if you have to believe if the Dallas Cowboys are running the ball a little bit more, that pass pro will hold up a little bit better because the attempts will actually be down.
Honestly, man, I don't think Guyton gonna be terrible this year.
I hope not.
Tackles in the league is just down in general. I don't think he's gonna be terrible. He has a confidence issue. And shouldn't nobody be that big, be that low on confidence or whatever. But I mean, just like wide receiver, just like corner, offensive line is greatly based on confidence. And what can make you real confident is being strong as hell. See, we ain't had these issues with like BB, you know what I'm saying? Because BB strong, so he's confident in that. I think Booker's gonna be just fine. Travis Frederick was just fine because he's strong. Zach, Tyron Smith, Ron Leary was just fine because they strong. It be the characters that's better athletes than they are powerful guys that have this confidence issue. So what happens with Guyton is now he's gonna lean over his knees a bit more because he's trying to lunge and hit you, or he's gonna try to overextend to try to get hands on you quicker because he don't trust his strength. Tyler Smith is real patient. He'll grab you whenever he grab you, and you're gonna stop moving because he's strong. He believes that. Guyton just didn't believe in himself. Somehow, and this is so strange of Guyton, but this is how I know his confidence. He was confident against Michael Parsons in camp last year. He felt real good about Michael Parsons. So if he got one good rep versus Micah, he ended up getting 6 good reps against Micah in camp last year because he's confident. But, if a player hits you in your mouth real hard and move way faster than you thought, you end up overcompensating or oversetting to the outside, or you end up leaning. Tyler just got to get a little stronger. I don't know where he at with that because Duke Manyweather has relatively implied that he ain't working hard. I don't know. I hope not. But he just needs to work on that. I don't think it's a left side, right side issue. I don't think it has nothing to do with his handedness. Because he didn't play right tackle long enough to build habits in college. Like, it normally take you a while to build habits. The goofy shit he doing on the left side is the same goofy shit he was doing on the right side. You know what I'm saying? So he just got to get a little, get a little bigger, get a little more power and a little more confidence.
Man. So what do you think the odds of that happening? Since you implied, since Big Duke implied that he ain't putting the work in, what's your over under on that? And listen, the real question I have for you, if he does not pan out, we come out, we give it about 6 weeks, he getting his ass whooped. What is the alternative if he can't go? Are we throwing Austin Richards out there? Are we kicking Tyler Smith out? What is the break glass in case of emergency?
Break glass, you say Hakeem Adeniji.
Did you hear what I said?
Hakeem Adeniji, boy. We're gonna roll him at left tackle. We're gonna cross our fingers. You can't.
I forgot he was on.
You can't forget because he right there. No, I don't think it's gonna get that bad. Last year it got that bad. Chuma came in and took his spot. If Chuma take your spot, you in some deep shit. And the Cowboys had the nerve to not bring Chuma back. I thought that was strange. The guy that took the job, he didn't bring him back, but whatever. He couldn't be that expensive. But now it's awesome and Hakeem Adeniji. So I think they look just like they roll Mozzie out there. Gonna roll Guyton ass out there too. But what's my over under? I honestly think Guyton gonna be fine. I think Guyton's gonna be straight. But this is what it is, right? We have to rip the Band-Aid off our expectations. He's not gonna be, and I don't even want to say that. How about this? If he doesn't end up being the typical first round Cowboy offensive lineman, we just got to live with that. We should be happy if Tyler Guyton is a straight cool starter. If he a cool starter, if he cool, if he's straight, if he's solid, I think we got to be able to live with that. If we look at Guyton and want him to be what Smith is going to be, then I think you just putting even more expectations on him. Just go be Colton Miller. You're goofy for a year and a half, and you end up figuring out later on, and you just solid, and you get a little, like a little contract. You may not be Tyron Smith in his prime. You may not be one of the best tackles in the league, but you're cool enough to keep your job. If I can get that from Tyler Guyton, I'll live with that. And I think he can be that.
I think I live with it. And I do think it is the expectations, because when you get drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the first round and you are offensive lineman, everybody think you're gonna be the coldest dude in the league.
I think Cooper Beebe gonna be much better than him the whole time. Of course, because he's strong and he's confident. But what we got to do as Cowboy fans is we just can't hold that against Guyton. We just got to use our imagination that we spent the first round pick on Beebe and the third on Guyton and just move on with our life. So we got to fake your way to the top, round and around. Take that shit.
Man, last one before we get out of here, man. Our boy Rain Dakota Prescott is on the cusp of setting all the Dallas Cowboys passing records. Damn. Easily. 2,747 yards to pass Tony Romo, and he'll need 36 passing touchdowns to pass him as well. So by the end of the season, if Dak Prescott, gets about 2,750, 36 touchdowns, he'll be the Dallas Cowboys all-time leader in all those statistics. Do you think he gets this year is the question.
Yeah, he is. But this is where people like me and landlord get to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because if Dak win the Super Bowl, good luck keeping us quiet. I'm going to jail. Because now I get to actively be like, oh, that's a Hall of Famer now. He look, if you won a Super Bowl and broke all the Cowboys passing records, that's a Hall of Fame quarterback now. So now I get to be obnoxious on the internet. Is you crazy? You know how many quarterbacks won one Super Bowl and didn't break nobody records, and they, Hall of Famers or whatever? Man, Dak, look, folks just got to win one. If he win one, I get to be ignorant on the internet, and everybody gonna love that. Everybody, it's gonna be so good. And you're gonna be making so much money while I'm in jail. When the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, good luck keeping me off the damn internet. Good luck. So all that got to do is win the Super Bowl, and everything else just gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna come into place. But I'm going to jail.
He got everything. He's top 10 completion percentage, passer rating, touchdown interception ratio. And that's not just Dallas Cowboys history. That's NFL history. He's top 10.
Like Dak's passing numbers next to some of the greatest is goofy as hell. It's weird. Is like if you're a Cowboy hater and you look at those numbers, you'll be like, man, where these numbers came from? Them numbers been there. Dak been that guy. He's been that guy. What up, Donnie? He been that guy. He just missing postseason stuff. He ain't even got to have a winning record in the damn like he's down like what 2-5 now, 2-6 or something like that. He could be less than 500 if he win the Super Bowl. He's a Hall of Famer, and good luck telling me different.
It's set in stone. That's the only thing he's missing. The conversation really should have started in 2023 when he should have won the MVP of the league. We're not going to talk.
It's a different standard. It's a differt standard, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And Dak, they can talk like he's not a top 10 quarterback. That's fine. All you got to do is go to an NFC championship and you a legend forever. In real life, all you got to do, or if you go to a Super Bowl, you a legend forever.
In Dallas Cowboys country,
just win one.
It's a wrap.
You win one, man, please.
Yeah, we got to win one. I don't even want him to just go. I want him to be vindicated for all the shit that the folks talked about him, man. We got folks bring up his dead family members and shit. I want the best.
And that's why I get to be ignorant on the internet, because Dak ain't told you so, guy. Dak is gonna thank everybody. He's gonna kiss his woman and his baby. He gonna go home and he gonna cry in the car, and that's okay. I want him to go on this villainous revenge tour, but he won't. But it's okay, because me and select content creators, we gonna do it for him. Franklin Football was in here earlier. Brandon, he on that squad too. We all gonna be in jail fighting whoever up in there. we gonna so they gonna get some content out of me. Look at that.
I know that's right. Yeah, man. But I do appreciate you for taking time to
You
slide on the
already know,
show.
man. Man, listen, brother. Let me just say this, man. Keep on grinding, man. You're doing it the right way. You're doing good things out here. You always researched well and you're different. You know what I'm saying? That's what's most important. If you're doing it your own way, you're doing it the right way, and you're different. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to you, player. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. Shouts out to you.
Shit, I appreciate that, man. And hey, like I said, it was a pleasure having you on, man. I know you have a busy schedule. You still found time to slide into the liquor store, get a little drunk on the content with me, and I appreciate
you, man.
Out of my heart,
Look. Brandon in the chat right now. Brandon, we going to jail, ain't it? We going to the Super Bowl, Brandon. We going to jail. And we're going to take a spoon and sharpen that mother, and we're going to fight our way out that bitch till they bail us out. Come on, man. Like, dog, you know how crazy content Look at what we did with just trading for pickings. You know how much money we're going to make off content? With a bowl?
I might quit my job, man.
Crazy? Man, come on, man. Appreciate your hand, dog. Salute, bro.
Indeed, man. Indeed. He said, Henny about to listen. Nah, I ain't finna cry, but I'm gonna cry. We win the Super Bowl.
On camera. I'm going viral. Cowboy fan crying because the Cowboy Super Bowl. Even if I'm faking it, man, I've been waiting so long with it. Please, I'm going crazy.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Final words,
appreciate y'all for holding down. Appreciate for watching everybody and going through all the contents and you know what I mean, holding everybody down. Stat Live Matters is crazy. It's real though. Please,
hey, I'm putting that on the shirt.
Sell it.
I have to put that on the shirt. We finna trademark that. You
do
got
that.
us.
But yeah, though. Shouts out to everybody. You know what I mean. And appreciate y'all for tapping in. How many people got live? We got 237. That's good numbers. Appreciate y'all.
Man, we got a whole bunch of folks in here, man. And hey, on the way out, I just want y'all to remember, I need y'all to slap the dog shit out of every Eagles fan that you see. And it's up week 1, man. We want all the smoke. But until next time, God bless America. God bless the Dallas Cowboys.